Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Volted live stream. We're going to be joined by Pablo CRO and Power Wright today. Welcome. It is December 28th in that weird week between Christmas and New Year's where nobody really knows what day it is. Nobody really knows what time it is. It's acceptable to drink whiskey or wine at 9 a.m., although we are drinking coffee today. Over 45 people here in the chat. Everybody, welcome. Let me know, how was your guys' holidays? Do you celebrate Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas? Don't celebrate anything? Let me know how your holidays were. Mine were great. Had some family in town here in Southern California. Best of both worlds for me. I celebrate Christmas and I celebrate Hanukkah. So I get a little bit of, 9 nights of gifts and family. So it was fantastic here, guys. Welcome, everybody. Let's see who all is here in the chat. The same people that have been rocking with us since day one. We got Inspector Gadget. Eddie T is in the house. Fabi, Ladybug's Crypto Lounge, Jay Rich, Lawrence Lopez, Omar Soto, Adam Black, B Voltage, Sub-Zero, Striker. We got the whole squad here. Whole squad is here, guys. 60 people. What's up, Job B? 60 people in the chat already, guys. If you haven't yet, make sure to smash the like button. You know how Pablo is. Pablo likes to have 100 likes before he comes on. He says, guys, I found Volt Inu. I found this gem early. Let me get at least 100 likes before I come on to the Jake Gagan show. And as Striker said, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. What is up to my guy, Crypto Che? Crypto Che, I still need to meet you in person. It's going to happen in 2023. I'm meeting Crypto Che in person if it's the last thing I do in 2023. And Stevie Crypto as well with the AI. She has the AI trend going on. I don't know if you guys saw that trend that was going all over Instagram, the AI stuff. I didn't do it, but it looked very, very cool. Shout out to Stevie. Shout out to Crypto Che. Someone said, Volt Army, let's wake Pablo up. Guys, once we get to 60 likes, apparently an alarm goes off on Pablo's phone and he wakes up. And shout out to Ben Crypto, guys. If you haven't subscribed to Ben Crypto's channel, make sure to go do so. We met him at the CentralCon Miami. He asked me and Ronnie, he said, what's the strongest community in crypto? And we're like, Volt Inu. He's like, what's Volt Inu? I'm like, dude, check it out. Since then, he's been making a ton of Volt Inu content. Great content as well, Ben. So make sure to check him out, guys. Let's welcome Ben into the stream. We are waiting for Pablo. He'll be joining us here in just a second. This is essentially our last Volted Wednesday live stream of the year. We did about 30 or 40 of these. I don't know. I have to go back and check. 30 or 40 of these. And we've seen so many highs, so many lows. We've seen the V2 migration. I remember the first live stream I did with Pablo. It was back when Volt was still the Disney dog. Market cap was around $10 million. There was a lot of fear in Volt Inu. This was when, I think it was in early March or late February. The market was still looking decent, right? Like a lot of people were saying we were heading to a bear market. We weren't really sure. I mean, there was a lot of predictions saying we were heading there, but ETH was around $3,000. Like imagine if ETH was around $3,000 today. Everybody would be very, very happy. And we've seen a lot of ups and downs, right? We've seen the V2 migration. We've seen the launch of the NFTs. We did an NFT party here live on the stream. We've introduced incredible brand ambassadors like Gilbert Burns and Derek Brunson live on the stream. We've seen highs of highs. We've seen lows of lows. We've streamed the Volti Change launch, which we're going to touch on in a second. And today we wrap it all up. We sum it all up with Pablo CRO, a guy, great part of the community who's been here since literally I call it day one, but it's probably day 4 or 5. What's up, Yvonne? How you doing? Welcome to the stream, guys. 100 people in here. Pablo said, Jake, I'm not coming on until we get to 60 likes. I don't even know how many likes we're at, guys. Hit that like button, and let's keep this thing going. What's up, Eddie T? What is up, Bulldog? What is up, Monique? Good to see Monique in here. And XX Striker, guys. Who has some coffee? If you have some coffee, or if you're in Europe and another part of the world, grab your whiskey, grab your wine. Let's make a cheers to Volt Inu, a successful 1 year and 9 days. 100+ exchanges, released an actual utility in Volti Change, which we have a competition we're going to talk about in just a second. Sold out NFT collection, building a community, and still sitting above a 60 million market cap. Has never seen a day of a bull market, which is insane. Volt Inu has never seen a day of a bull market. So cheers to Volt Inu. Cheers to Voltoshi. Maybe Voltoshi's in the chat. Cheers, guys. Volt Inu. Great year during a bear market. Not many tokens had a great year. Volt Inu had a great year. How good is coffee? I just got a message from Pablo, guys. He said, give me 5 minutes. So we'll run the show solo for a second, and then we'll bring on our guy, Pablo CRO. Quick look at the cryptocurrency market. Should I even show you guys? Should I even show you? Because it's not bullish. It is not bullish. What's up, Crypto Mama? What a name. Look at that, guys. What a name this is. Crypto Mama. Shout out to Crypto Mama. My mama is a Crypto Mama as well. Shout out to you. Shout out to Iron Born. He said, my guy. Khan is in the house. Bulldog. Whole squad is here, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shout out to the Volt Army. But like I said, we show you the good and the bad. I don't know if this is good or bad, but I will tell you this. The crypto market has fallen below an $800 billion market cap. When looking at the when you're looking at the global market cap and everything that's going on in the actual global market cap, guys, it's good to look at the crypto market cap, right? So fallen below 800 billion. Our all-time high was about 3 times this, over 3 times this, at a 3 trillion plus market cap. Bitcoin at 16,000, Ethereum fell below $1,200, BNB holding around 243, XRP down 35 cents, Dogecoin at 7 cents. Everything is down, guys. The market is bleeding. Now we'll look at Volt Inu, which is still holding above a $62 million market cap on the ETH side of things. And the chart's still looking healthy, in my personal opinion. Obviously, we ran up when we did the V2 migration. Who was here for that, guys? Let me know in the chat. Who all was here for that? That was back in April. I remember I was in Tulum and I was streaming it live on my on a Twitter space back in Tulum when this thing ran up to a $250 million market cap. And it was one of the most insane days just to see that, because most V2 migrations, guys, people fear. There's so much panic. Usually the migrations don't go smoothly. And this migration went about as smooth as it possibly could, going all the way up to a $250 million market cap. And that was right around the time that the Terra Luna collapse happened. So I wonder what would have happened if UST did not depeg from the dollar and Terra Luna did not go to the shallow realm. I wonder what would have happened to Volt Inu. Would it have kept rising? Would it have stayed around this market cap? Who knows? Because Terra Luna happened, the price fell. But what happened from May, and honestly, even till right now, December 30th, but we'll talk about what happened from May to early November, guys. Volt Inu stayed in this range from about a $40 million to a $75 million market cap. $40 million to $75 million market cap. And for those that are watching on the screen, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. It stayed in this range from a $40 million to a $7 million market cap. It was building during a bear market. This is what it looks like when a token's building during a bear market. If you zoom in, you take away the all-time high. People were buying, people were selling, people were buying, people were selling, utilities were being added, holders were being added, community was being born. And then this is obviously when Volt Inu launched Change back here in early November. Price went absolutely parabolic. And then what happened this time? As everybody knows, FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, the price went down. But it really is nice to see that, Volt Inu has held up so strong during a bear market, adding utility and also adding holders along the way. Now, my co-host is here with us today. Let's go ahead and bring him on. He goes by the name of Pablo CRO. Pablo, how are you doing this morning?
What's up, man? I am fantastic. Excited to be here. We missed last week. You had some stuff with the mom.
The moms.
Mom always comes first, so you got to do what you got to do.
She does. She gets one day of the year because she's here right now. I'm actually taking her to the airport in a little bit, but I said, Mom, I'm not missing a second one because this is our last Volted live stream of the year, Pablo. We did about 20 or 30 of these together. I know you probably did about 100, 150 on your own or more, but this is the last one of the year. I want to use this as a time to wrap up a successful year for Volt Inu. Talk about all the accomplishments, all the milestones that were reached. The first of its kind, Volt Inu, the first token in DeFi history. The only other token to do it was ApeCoin, but I don't consider it DeFi because they started on Coinbase, Binance, et cetera, right? So the first token in DeFi history to get listed on 100 exchanges in less than a year. Let's just start there. How about that? How about that milestone for Volt Inu to accomplish? Less than a year, 100 exchanges, both decentralized and centralized.
It's pretty crazy because a lot of people that are watching right now, they're in a project where they're having a hard time getting listed on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, or maybe their first centralized exchange. You know what I mean? And so if you've been in DeFi for a while, it's not an easy task. It's not something simple. And for Voltoshi to have 104 exchanges in a year, it's pretty crazy, man. It's insane.
Is that where we're at now? 104?
104. Isn't that crazy?
It's insane. Do you think that, and let me just ask you, and I want to ask the chat as well. Just let me know if you want this or you don't, chat. Let us know. I'm gonna ask Pablo his thoughts. Do you think that Voltoshi will continue this going in 2023? Do you think that he just wanted to hit 100, be the first one in DeFi history to ever hit 100? Or does he want to keep going? Do you think maybe in 2023 he's shooting for, let's say, 200 or 250?
Let's see what the chat says.
And my question to the chat is, do you want to see more or do you want to see other utilities coming, chat? Would you say, hey, we're on 100, that's enough. Now 2023, let's focus on maybe building out Volti-Change a little bit more. Let's focus on other utilities. Or do you still want this to see this to be a big part of Volt Inu, saying, hey, that's the token that gets listed on every single exchange in the world?
They're saying that there's 105 now. We must have woke up to another one.
Dude, there's always a new one. What's up, King Ozzy? He said, happy holidays, Volt Army. Shout out to King Ozzy. Ozzy, we need to get you on the show one time, man. I saw you on the NASDAQ interview. Well-spoken, sharp-looking. We got to get him on the stream. Maybe in 2023. You know what? I'm just going to say, that's all I want for Christmas, Ozzy. I know Christmas is over. I want you to come join me and Pablo and Power on a stream one day.
That'll be awesome, man. That'll be awesome.
What do you think though about the exchange stuff? Do you think that he'll continue to get listed on exchanges? Do you think because obviously, Pablo, it's a lot of money, man. If you crunch the numbers, 104 exchanges, let's just say it's 30 or 40,000. I mean, that's millions of dollars spent on exchanges. Do you think that we've hit enough exchanges, or maybe here's a caveat to the question? Maybe he focuses on the big ones. You know, he says, hey, we're already on a lot of the smaller to mid tier. Now 2023 is the year to get on the big exchanges.
Well, you know, you get a lot of little ones because you create those power holders. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we've seen a lot of our exchanges, even Mex Global, like it's in the top 50. You know, you see BitTrue in the top 100. You see all these exchanges holding big positions in Volt. So I believe that he's going to be pushing another 100, in my opinion. But this time around, you're going to get the top 100 exchanges. You know what I mean? Like all of them.
Yeah, that's
what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think it'd be good. Look, I think for my and I'm just someone that makes content about the project, right? I have no say in it, but I would say getting it's just it's a good utility. I told you I had a guy that works for a token, a different token, and he's like, hey, we're going to do the Volt effect, right? He's like, we're going to get listed on exchanges. We're going to get influencers to talk about us. We're going to be active on Twitter. So that's a main part of Volt, is getting listed on exchanges. So I think, you know, let's just say Volt were to get listed on Coinbase today. It would be great. It would be very, very good, but it wouldn't be the same as if Volt got listed on Coinbase during the peak of the bull run, right? It's like, it's all about timing for those tier ones. So I think what they've been doing has been working out very, very good. Let's look at some of these super chats that we got here. King Ozzy said, happy holidays, Volt Army. 2023, 300,000 holders is the goal. I think right now, Volt just posted something on Twitter. Let's see if I can pull it up here.
Yeah,
it said Volt gathered on chain 56,000 holders on chain. There are 300 million crypto users all over the world. The global population stands at 8 billion. When did we get to 8 billion? I thought we were at 7 billion people in the world. 8 billion plus. Do the math. So 56,000 holders for Volt Inu. King Ozzy says 300,000 holders is the goal. That's about 250,000 holders, which I will tell you this right now, guys. Obviously, a lot of this depends on retail investors coming into the crypto market, right? A lot of it depends on new people coming in to open up wallets and to buy crypto. But we saw it with Saitama. I think Saitama did close to 300,000 holders, or at least 300,000 people that purchased the token in a year, right? And people were always saying like, hey, they weren't actually holders because the wallets didn't have anything, but that's because people sell, right? People buy and people sell. But the way that Etherscan calculates the holders is who opened up a wallet and purchased the cryptocurrency, not who's still holding it. So 300,000 holders, do you think that is possible, Pablo, by 2023? And do you think a lot of it relies on what's going to happen with the crypto market?
Yeah, well, in my humble opinion, I believe that 2023 is going to be, you know, the reversal year before the big event. So, you know, I could see a $50,000 Bitcoin this year, you know, because Bitcoin's going to 200,000 or whatever it is that the mission is for Bitcoin. So yeah, I don't see why not. I don't see why 300,000 holders is a big goal. I don't think it is.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes from just the crypto market, right? It's like Volt's success depends on what happens with the crypto market, and not even Volt. The entire every altcoin, every meme coin depends on what happens with Bitcoin and ETH and the crypto market. And the war in Ukraine has a lot of issues to do with it, and the SEC regulation, all these things. Like, we're gonna move with those projects. Shout out to BeatStar. He said, shout out to Jake, Pablo, Power, Ozzy in the Volt community. Shout out to you, BeatStar. Thank you so much for the $10 donation. And my guy, Boss from TV, good to see you in here. He said, Volted up. Everyone soon will want to partner up with us in crypto and in the corporate world. Full send $1 Volt. Let's go. Shout out to Boss from TV. And Optimum Hustle said, yo, 12 minutes late to the stream, but I'm here. Let's go. Hey, as Drake said, better late than never. Now, Pablo, I agree with you. A lot depends on it. So is that your prediction? A $250,000 Bitcoin? Do you think it could go higher? We hear people, reputable people in the space saying $1 million per Bitcoin. I heard someone say $10 million.
They're crazy
per Bitcoin.
They're crazy. I think Bitcoin will eventually hit 1 million, but I don't think it's going to be on this cycle.
No.
Like, my opinion, I think Bitcoin will hit somewhere around 212,000, at the peak. So that's what I'm calling. So Beerroots can write this down. 212,000.
212?
212.
212,000 at the peak is what Pablo is calling. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen this cycle. I think if we get to 100,000, that's great. But that's the importance of this, guys. And look,
like, nobody really knows, man. Like, we're all just bunch of monkeys guessing. You know what I mean? Like, that's the reality of it. We don't know what the banks are going to do. We don't know what the institutions are going to do. The retail people can't move the market that crazy. You know what I mean? So it has to be a combination of both. And anybody that wants to predict the top, predict the bottom, it's just a guess. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows, because you can't predict FTX going down, right? You can't predict these massive
One running away with a bunch of money. You know what I mean? You can't predict all this stuff.
You can't predict when someone comes in and says, hey, we're going to buy. We saw that last cycle with Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy. He's like, hey, we're buying this amount of Bitcoin. It sent the market parabolic, right? So you can't predict those. I think that's the one major catalyst that will turn this thing around. You mentioned 2023 is the year that we're going to turn around. I think a lot of it depends on some big money coming in, some powerful names, right? We saw Elon Musk and Tesla say they were going to be buying Bitcoin, right? Like, we need some powerful names. But right now, the crypto market has been pretty dead. What do you think is going to be the main factor that's going to turn this thing around for the crypto market?
I believe that it's the entire economy at this point. The economy has to get a little better. Where I think elections coming around, I think elections is gonna increase the attention on crypto. Look at Trump. He launched the NFT collection. I mean,
crazy.
Like crazy, right? Like, he's already preparing himself to get the attention to crypto. Like, he's already working his way there. So yeah, I believe 2023 would be a beautiful reversal for crypto. I really do.
I agree. A lot of it depends on the election. And I think Trump coming out, whether you're, and this is obviously for people in America, whether you're on the blue side or the red side, good. It's good that a presidential candidate who has the potential to win is talking about crypto and selling NFTs. That's good for us, right? Because that will force the other side to do the same. Like, I would imagine Joe Biden will do the same. I mean, President Trump sold 4,500 NFTs, or no, 45,000 NFTs.
45,000.
He made $4.5 million by selling digital pictures in a bear market. So it's just a good way. I would imagine every senator should do the same thing, right? Every senator should do the same thing.
That's a nice run for the campaign. You know what I mean? That's a lot of money.
That'll fuel up that private jet for him to get him
from
Florida to DC.
That'll do good for a few months, So yeah, that's bullish to me. Like, all this stuff that's happening is really, really good for crypto. And it's gonna get to a point where being bearish is no longer fun. Once you suppress the price, once you add it to your position, once you feel like you're ready for a bull market, think about it like institutions are going to feel the same way. They're going to feel bored that they're not making money. They're going to be pissed off, so they're going to start pushing the reversal.
Yeah, exactly. Well, look, it's never fun to be bearish. It's obviously more fun to be bullish. You and I both have been through many cycles. At least I've been through 2 crypto cycles, all the way up, all the way down. And, I'll just show a quick example. It's like when I first started investing back in 2017, Pablo,
Yeah.
I put a little bit of money. This is the Bitcoin chart too. I had a little bit of money. I was working at an athletic club, not really making too much money, just putting whatever I had into crypto. I started buying Bitcoin around $4,000. Like I said, not too much, but in
Mhm.
2017, it rode
Well,
all the way up, and I turned a little bit of money into, for me at the time, a 23-year-old kid, a lot of bit of money. And then guess what? I never took profits.
we
Uh,
got wrecked together, Jake. We got
we got
wrecked.
wrecked, and I held all the way through this time. And this time right here, when we were down to a 2K, 3K Bitcoin, it reminds me what we're feeling right now. Like nobody's in the space, nobody's positive. All there is negative news. And I remember thinking I had like a couple $1,000. Like, I'm just going to sell it at a loss and just cut my ties and maybe put it into another stock like Amazon or Apple. I held through it and I was like, oh shit, it doubled, it tripled. I held through it all and it turned into, which was what was it, a 69K Bitcoin, $64,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to get to here is that you just have to weather the storm, right? Everybody's in a different financial position, Pablo. You're in a different one than me. I'm in a different one than the person that's watching the stream. Some people might need money. You have to do what you want to do. But for me personally, and Pablo, I want to know if you agree. We're not giving financial advice, just our opinions. I'm glad I weathered the storm because I suffered through these hard times. I thought about selling at the low of this time. I held through it and it turns back around. And look, nothing's promised in crypto. It's a highly speculative asset. But if you just look at the history of the past 3 years or the past, 12 years, for 3 years we go up, for 1 year we go down, for 3 years we go up, for 1 year we go down, for 3 years we go up, for 1 year we go down. So for me personally, what I've learned is that I can hold through these hard times, which we're in very, very hard times in cryptocurrency. Everybody's down. Nobody's up on the crypto right now. For me, I'm saying, hey, if I can just make it through this bear market, there are better days ahead on the other side. Because I do believe that crypto is going to change the future. I do believe that crypto is going to play a huge part in the financial institutions. And I do believe that we will be back to all-time highs soon. This is just a natural part of a cycle, of a crypto cycle. It goes up for 3 years, down for 1, up for 3, down for 1.
You when that first peak was happening, when Bitcoin hit that 20,000 for the first time, I bought one Bitcoin for $500, and man, I felt like I was gonna be filthy rich. I felt like I was gonna conquer the world with one Bitcoin. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I wrote it like you. I wrote it all the way up and all the way down, and then it was dead forever, forever. But you need that long sideways action to develop that strong mentality. I promise if you survive this bear market, you will survive any bear market from here on out. You'll
Yep.
be fine. You'll be fine. And then you'll know the game. You'll know what to do in the next bear market. You'll know how you can duplicate let's say you make 1 million this bull run. 1 million. You'll know exactly what to do with that 1 million to turn it into 10, to turn it into 20, 50 million. It's just the name of the game. But you got to go through that struggle.
Exactly. And let me pull up a article I saw.
Pull it up. Let's check it out.
It's from Forbes right here, and it was released 4 days ago. I actually have a video dropping on this later today. I made one this morning regarding this, but you mentioned it. You said, "Hey, if you can survive this bear market, you can survive anything," right? And I hopefully a lot of people learn. I learned a lot, dude. I made so many bad investments. I invested in projects like Solana, which to me was a good investment. And then guess what? It turns out that this man in the middle, Sam Bankman-Fried, owned a large portion. So he got caught in the middle of what happened with FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried. Like you just learn so much. I spent a lot of money that I shouldn't. It's like you learn by experience. So hopefully that's my only goal. Like on this channel, my only goal is that I can help people learn what to do and what not to do, what works for you, right? I can point out things that might work or might not work. That's why I always preach taking profits. When you're up big, it's okay to take profits. Even if you love the community, take profits. If you have a car payment that you need to pay off, if you have student debt, if you have a mortgage, like take profits. Everybody's in crypto to make money. But you mentioned learning and surviving this market. Look at some of the net worths of some of these people. This is so in the green column right here, guys. This is March. The red column is what they're worth here in December. So CZ Binance was worth $65 billion, and now he's worth 4.5 billion. We'll skip over SBF. Brian Armstrong, Coinbase, $6 billion to 1.5 billion. Gary Wang, $5 billion to $0. Chris Larson, the founder of XRP, 4.3 billion to 2.1 billion. The Winklevoss brothers, 4 billion to 1.1 billion. So the reason I'm showing this is because I want you guys to look at what these people are doing on a daily basis and how they're still showing up. When you see CZ Binance tweeting, does it look like he just lost $60 billion? Or does it look like he's still confident in crypto? When you see the Winklevoss brothers out there working, does it look like they just lost $4 billion? Or does it look like they're still confident in cryptocurrency and what's happening in the crypto space and what they're building? And the reason why, Pablo, because you said it best. You said if you can survive this, you can survive anything. Everybody on this list that has billions of dollars, they've all survived many bear markets. This isn't new for them. They've survived many bear markets. So I always take a little lesson from these guys who have done it before. CZ Binance has been in crypto since I think 2010, right? It's 20. He's probably survived 6 or 7 bear markets. It's a natural part. So pretty crazy though. Imagine having 65 billion. And look, everybody's probably like, he still has 4.5 billion, but it's like, dude, if your net worth drops by $60 billion, it's got to be pretty crazy.
You got to have tough skin for sure. I mean, CC could have called it quits at any point. You know, it could have done from 65 billion down to 30 billion. And he'd be like, whoa, I'm down, 50% of my net worth. Maybe I should get out. Maybe this is the time to get out. But when you have such a vision like he does, like you have a bigger calling, a bigger purpose, like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He knows that he's gonna watch in the bull market again. Take a screenshot of this. In the bull market again at March, see what his net worth is.
I am going to take a screenshot of my phone right now. You're in it. Smile. Say cheese. I just took a screenshot. I'm going to favorite it, and we're going to look at it in the bear market, bull market, and see what he's worth, and see if he diamond handed or panic sold. But here it is, Bloombox. So get your crypto news on Bloombox by Volt Inu. Shout out, Jake. We met in Miami. Yeah, we did. What's up, brother? Good to see you in here. Thanks for the $5 super chat. Shout out to Pablo, my best friend. 5 more utilities coming from Volt Inu by January 7th. Shout out to Bloombox. Thank you so much, brother, for the screenshot. Tomahawk said, please do the screenshot again, Pablo. You got to do the screenshot again. Izan is here. But I thought that was just interesting, Pablo. It really is to me because, look, that's my only goal, right? For me personally. And like I said, every single person that is watching this stream, we got 196 people in this chat right now and 2 people on the stream, guys. If you haven't yet, make sure to hit that like button. We appreciate you. And look, every single person here, you, me, we're all in different financial positions. So some people have a lot of capital and they're putting money in every single day. Some people have no capital. All of their money's in crypto and they're waiting for this thing to turn around. Some people might have a little bit of capital and they're trying to be smart and picking up certain dips, right? My point by saying everybody's in a different financial situation. But for me, all I'm trying to do is weather this storm because I saw it in 2017. It feels very similar. Think about how many people were in crypto in November of 2021 and think about how many people are gone now. That's what it was like in 2017. Everybody was talking about crypto. Everybody left. But the ones that stay, this is what I realized, even when it's slow, even when there's no news or the only news is negative news, those are the people that do end up winning.
Yeah. Look, if you're a 9-to-5 worker, for example, if you're just a regular person, just keep doing your regular life. Go to work, keep going to work, keep paying your bills, keep taking care of your family, doing whatever it is that you're doing. And, whenever you have some spare change, add to your position and do it again next week and do it again the week after, because little by little, it's going to add up and it's going to determine if you're going to be able to walk away from that 9-to-5. Look at Jake. Jake was a 9-to-5 worker a couple years ago. I watched a video where you retired, Jake. I watched it.
Yeah.
I saw Ozzy retire this year. In the bear market, Ozzy retire in the bear market. Ain't that crazy? So you watch all these people actually make it. You watch all these people actually do it. See what I mean? And all you have to do is follow their footsteps. What do they do? And everything comes down to the same exact thing. They went to work. They take care of their families. And if they had a little bit of extra money, they added to their position. And they did that weekly. And in a year's time, you're going to have a nice little bag that's going to set you free.
Yeah, absolutely. And shout out to Golf God. Morning, Volt Army. Morning, Jake and Pablo. Good morning. Good morning to Marky Faz. He said, morning, Jake, my brother, staying volted as always. Absolutely. Drinking some coffee. Last sip here on the show. Let's drink it. Pablo, you got coffee in that cup? Or you're drinking Gatorade, I think, right?
Yeah, it's a Gatorade.
What
Gator.
color? What
Uh,
color?
let's see this color.
Is
Blue.
that a Volt logo in the middle of the G?
I mean, look at that, right? Right? Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah. The Volt logo in the middle of the G. We love it. But yeah, a lot of my leaving my corporate job was, I think it comes down to, part of it was crypto. I got lucky, right? Like I'm not an expert trader at all. I found a couple projects early. I put some money in. They ended up being very, very good. I got lucky, right? I think it's luck. Like, I mean,
Well,
obviously it takes some skill. You have
yeah,
to, there's certain things to look for. It's a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill, a little
yeah.
bit of timing. But also the reason I was able to leave was because I did YouTube. I was working 9 to 5, really like 8 to 6 at my corporate job. And thankfully it was, I don't think I ever would say it, thankfully it was COVID time and everything was at home. So I'd make my calls in the day, in the morning, and do my emails. And if I could do a minute video, I would step outside. I'd do a video for, YouTube, come back, I would stream every night. So part of it was crypto, finding projects early, and the other time was just working hard, doing something I want to do. And I always tell people that, like, Pablo, you're doing it. You took the leap. You started doing YouTube and creating content. I always recommend it to everybody. It doesn't have to be crypto. If you're in this chat and you're like, you know what? I like cooking. Like, start making cooking content, because guess what? If you're a chef at home, you can cook for what, 10, 20, 30 people. But if you're a chef at home and you make content, you can post that content to millions of people, right? We have 203 people that are watching this today. Like the internet has changed everything. So I think during the bear market, find good projects to invest in, but also find a hobby that you like. And maybe it's time for you to start posting content or start doing something outside of your corporate job that you really find that can bring you happiness.
And it does, man. It does. Like, you see it all the time. Like, I have a friend that started what is it called? Like a boutique, like selling clothes online, and she's doing fantastic. Like, selling clothes online. And it's like, little by little, she was able to, like, shorten her hours at work.
Yeah.
Drop a 7.
Drop a 7 if you miss hearing power, yell at the Jeets. Volt Army strong. Drop a 7 in the chat as well. Shout out to Jay Rich for the $20 donation. Thank you so much, Jay Rich. We appreciate you. And our guy, Roddy Routhor. Haven't seen him in a while. Good to see you, Roddy. That's my guy right there. He said, Jake and Pablo are always on fire. We're just having fun. We are just having fun. My guy, Con, said, what was your 9 to 5? I was working at a tech company in San Francisco called Zendesk, just selling software, like selling customer service software. Everybody's used Zendesk, right? Let's say you have an Airbnb or an Uber and it doesn't go well, and you open up a support ticket and you say, hey Airbnb, I have an issue. Like, they use the software called Zendesk. So I would sell it. Obviously not passionate about it, but I think that you have to do what you have to do to get by at some point, right? I was like, hey, I really want to make crypto content. I'm going to do this on the side while I make money and do my corporate job. So I think that's what you have to do at some point to get by. But Pablo, I don't know if you saw the competition here that was recently announced by Volt Inu. On December 28th, which is today, we will start the first keyword first, which means there's going to be a second, which means there's going to be a third, I think. Volti-Change trading contest. The community rating this tweet the most will earn the trading contest. What is a trading contest? It is a $10,000 pool in Volt, and it will be shared on a pro rata basis among all the people buying the project that earned the trading contest. So a lot going on here. Let's unpack it. So this post is the post. If you're a community, let's just say my community is Dogecoin, for example, and I comment Dogecoin on here. Wow, it already has 63,000 views. That's pretty cool. If I comment Dogecoin on here, and my community wins, I get entered into a chance to win $10,000 in Volt, which is a really, really cool competition here. And it's the first hashtag Volti-Change contest. Smart marketing, as always, by Voltoshi, getting Volti-Change trending. But this is the competition here that is going on right now.
I think it's great, man, because at the end of the day, like we're trying to expand crypto, right? We're not trying to keep it small and just fight for the same people over and over again. At the end of the day, we're trying to expand crypto and give as many cryptocurrencies a chance to be successful. That's why Volti-Chain was created in the first place. So it's really, really cool to see this, because now you can see other communities come into Volt and raid Volt and learn about Volt and start using Volti-Change. Because at the end of the day, what are we going to do? We want Volti-Chain to trade in the multi-billions. That's what we want, right? So what is that going to take? Well, it's going to take other communities. So we have to support them.
That's smart. You can see here already. The competition has started already. Shout out to Fisherman. Welcome to the stream. My guy, Fisherman. And thank you, Optima Household, for the $10 donation. He said, defo do something to keep you going and not focus on the chart. so much. Otherwise, you will get emotionally wrecked. Exactly. I think, hey,
Yeah.
it's very, very true. And you can see here,
Yep.
the competition has already started. I don't even know what
See?
Rabbit 2023 is. Dwagon, All In, Lit. I've heard of Lit. I've heard of All In. Dwagon and Rabbit 2023. Who's Rabbit 2023? They're already winning the competition. 51 votes here for Rabbit 2023.
Yeah. See, now we got to find out who this rabbit is. See, that's
Who
what
is
I'm
it?
saying.
What
Who
kind of
is
name is Rabbit 2023?
that? I don't know.
Strong community though. It looks like it's right here.
There
Rabbit
it is.
2022, Rabbit 2023. Rabbit is the next Chinese zodiac. It's the happiest of the 12 Chinese zodiac signs. BSL/ETH, big marketing plans, low tax. Well, I don't know
Hmm.
what they do. It looks like they're just because I think the Chinese New Year, like they always have an animal, right? I think this is the year of the rabbit, I would guess. So it looks like they're playing off that. But hey, strong community. They're at least winning the poll.
Hey man, they're over there with the Binance and Ethereum logo. You can't go wrong. You know, they're playing it right. They're taking something from their culture and making it big. So hell, good luck to them.
Yep. Good luck to everybody. I think King Ice, I think that Rabbit is using bots. Maybe that could be a thing. Possibly using bots, but the contest is bullish. People are liking that. I think that's right, Pablo. It's like you have to bring people into the space. Volt Inu is doing that with this competition. Volt Inu is doing that with Change. We saw recently Volt Inu is doing that by bringing in Dylan Dennis. Dylan Dennis is a mixed martial arts fighter.
Oh, this was crazy. This was crazy. When I saw this, you know, you guys should all check out his Instagram, man. His Instagram is mind blowing.
Is he doing it on Instagram too?
I don't know, man, but he should.
Yeah, this is him, Dylan Dennis. So he trained Conor McGregor. He's all over the news right now. I mean, he's doing a good job. He plays the bad guy in the crypto space. You know, he's out there. He's I think he's going to fight KSI too. Which, if you don't know who KSI is, he's Logan Paul's business partner. He's a YouTuber in London, and I think Dylan Dennis should be boxing KSI. I don't know if it's going to go well for him, but we'll see. Dylan Dennis is a fighter, you know, and KSI is a YouTuber, but we'll see. But he is officially vaulted. He put the VDSC Dragon as his background, 338,000 followers, and
Isn't that crazy?
Dylan Dennis. Look at it. Still his profile picture here right now.
When I saw that, I was like, whoa, he even changed his profile picture. Like, this man got vaulted.
He got absolutely vaulted. CCTV says, I'm going to be a millionaire when Volt hits a 6 billion market cap. 6 billion market cap. David vaulted Maui Dragon. This dude is nuts. He is nuts, but sometimes it's good to be nuts, David. It is good to be nuts at some point. So, Pablo, let's move back because this is the year in review episode. This is our final Vaulted Wednesday live stream of the year until 2023, which we will be doing it obviously every Wednesday as well. But we talked about the first off, the migration, which was insane. We talked about the 100 exchanges. Let's talk about the migration.
Yeah,
Pablo,
man.
what were you doing on those days? Because look, when I first heard the news that Volt Inu was migrating to a V2, I put my hands in my heads. I said, Lord, please let this project survive, because every other project that did a migration, Pablo, it was terrible. It literally went as bad as it could. But then they announced they were doing it with Everrise, and I was like, oh, I've talked to Everrise before. I've seen Everrise. Like, that's a really legit project. Like, thankfully they're doing the migration with Everrise. Then on the day of the migration, or when I think you had to send your tokens over before, right? Yeah, that's what it was. That's the thing. They did such a good job announcing it. It was about a month or two before they said, hey, we're migrating. This is why we want to get listed on every exchange, and exchanges don't want to take a token that has like 18 zeros or whatever Volt Inu had. So they gave everybody ample time. They said, hey, you send your Volt to this contract. We're going to send you the tokens when the migration happens. So I sent my Volt to this contract. The migration happened, and it was as smooth as a migration as ever went, Pablo. What were you doing on this day? What were your thoughts when you saw Volt just absolutely rising to the top and hitting its all-time high after a migration?
You know what was crazy? Like, Bitcoin was still at a good position when this was happening. I think it was probably in the 30s, 30,000s, 30-something thousands per Bitcoin. So the market was not doing bad. It wasn't doing bad. The market was decent. Everything in the market was okay. People were still super bullish on the market. And they witnessed a first time ever a successful migration ever. So
Literally.
everybody got super fired up about Volt, super excited. And the same people that bought in were the same people that got scared and sold out. That's what it was. You know what I mean? But like you gotta look at the migration as like, man, Boltoshi, everything that he has done has been flawless.
Yeah.
First bridge into Binance, flawless. The first bridge, flawless,
That might
right?
have been before my time. When was that? Was that back in January or early February? Because I
It
think when
was
I talked about the project, it was already bridged.
it was in January. It was
Okay.
in January. And it was, look, I'm gonna go back in time because this is part of this year, right?
Take us
So
there.
so when he said, we're bridging on this day at this time, he even said the time they were bridging. I think it was like 2 p.m. my time when he
Yeah.
said it. He said, we're bridging. And right on the dot, boom, we bridge. And that same day, the Binance side goes to like $20 million instantly. That same day. People just witnessed it, how flawless the bridge was. It skyrocketed. All we did was just watch all day green chart all day.
Wow.
Like we're like, can these guys even sell? Like, is this
Yeah. Is it
okay?
broken? Is the cell
is it
broken?
is it working? You know, and of course a few sales came in and we're like, oh, okay, it's working. So the bridge was flawless. Then you jump into the migration and you see what happened. Like Voltoshi was holding $9 million, man. Like it's mind blowing to say, oh yeah, I got 9 million, guys. I'm sending it right back, every penny.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about it multiple times, not to sound like a broken record on the people on the stream for people that join us every week, but most developers would not give that money back. Like an undoxed developer. I mean, I've seen so many developers in this space do shady shit, whether it's, and that's why, like, I tweeted the other day too. I was like, V2 migrations are a red flag for most projects. And there was a community that was migrating that day. They thought I was like subtweeting about them. Like, guys, I'm not subtweeting about you guys. I'm just saying, for the most part, V2 migrations are a red flag because usually tokens are doing it to look. There are certain reasons, like with Volt, they wanted to change their contract to remove zeros so they could get listed on more exchanges, which is their main utility, right? But there are times that developers think about a V1 chart, right? It has all of the transactions for Etherscans, and it also has, for the most part, a shitty looking chart. Like most tokens are down 95%. So they want to hide that chart to create a new chart, or they want to hide their transactions. But most of the time, migrations are a red flag. They're not a good thing. But for Volt, it was done. It was done properly. And like you said, we saw it go to an all-time high, come back down because of the Terra Luna collapse that we saw. And but the migration was very, very successful. Even looking at the charts today, this was posted by Ian Heinich, UFC fighter, who should be taking a fight here pretty soon. We're excited about. Last night, just green buys, green walls coming in for Volt Inu. And this was, let's see when he posted this. He posted this on December 27th. So yeah, last night, this is what the chart was looking like. Green buys coming in and pretty good buys as well. You have a 3.5 ETH at the top. So it's showing that people are supporting the project still on this day.
Yeah, and then you can see a lot of double buys. For those that don't know, those double buys are a factor of voltage change. So
Really?
for example, if you see that one that says
Right
uh,
here's a double buy right here.
let's
3A,
see,
3E.
there you go. You see that 0.008715.
Yep.
That's the buyback from voltage change. See
No
that?
way.
Yeah, so that's how it appears. For those that don't know, if voltage chain is being functional, well, there you
Wow.
go. That's how it works.
Same here too. You have a double buy. I didn't even know that until right now. So someone bought 92 million volt, and then buying on a voltage change 93
No,
million as well.
that person looks like he bought twice.
Oh,
If
okay.
you really look at it, because look at the 3A 3E, right? You see how it has
Yeah.
like 5 or 6 zeros or whatever the hell that is, and then
Yeah,
the
yeah,
seven.
yeah. On the bottom
Yeah.
too, right here is it? Yeah. So look, this person bought 286 million, and then Volti changed 718,000. It looks like this one as well, 73 million, and then this one 184,000, and 3A3 the same thing. Yeah, the person up here just bought twice, which is good too. That works too.
Buy twice, light it up. And right now we're having a tax-free event on the buys, just so you know. So anybody that's listening right now, it's we're probably still got a good solid, I don't know, 8 to 10 hours, probably longer. I don't know. I don't keep track. But right now, Voltosh is doing a buy free tax. So basically, how it works is you buy your position in today, And after the contest, about 48 hours after the contest, that's when all the money, tax money, goes back to your wallet in Volt tokens. So he's done quite a bit of these and always successful, always.
Yeah, not many developers do that. That's one thing I've always liked about what Volt was doing is they have these contests, right? Whether it's the tax-free events for people that are buying the project or the buybacks are big, right? And we still have a major buyback. Once we hit an all-time high, it's going to be $1 million buyback and burn. Is it a burn or is it a buyback? I always forget. It's $1 million burn.
Yeah, 500K to each blockchain. That's what it is.
Which is big. And it's not the biggest. I always like to look at it's not the biggest burn in history because what a lot of tokens do, which makes no sense to me, Pablo, and chat, let me know if you guys agree as well, guys. 191 people in here with us today, 119 likes. If you haven't yet, hit that like button, guys. Show some love for our guy Pablo in the stream and your boy Jake Gagan and the Volt Army, guys. Smash the like button if you're bullish on the Volt Army, but it's not the biggest burn ever. There's tokens that when they launch, they burn 50% of their supply. And it's never made sense to me, Pablo. It's like, it's just kind of a marketing tactic. It's like, hey, just launch with 50% less supply. Like why? Like they always like, hey, we just launched, we burned 50% of our supply, on day one. And now we're doing this. It's like, well, like, let's just say you had 100 trillion tokens, you burn 50%, now you have 50 trillion. Why not just launch 50 trillion? I want to see the developers that are burning when the tokens are actually worth money. Because when you burn it on day one, they're worth nothing. Well, Toshi's going to burn X amount of tokens that are going to be worth $1 million. That's $1 million. Like, you know how crazy that is? To burn $1 million? To burn $1 million is insane. And people are saying, why would you do that? Why not use that money to get on exchanges? Well, when you burn tokens, it decreases the supply, which obviously will increase the demand and also increase the price as well.
Yeah, like I don't understand either. And like you said, it has to be a marketing tactic. It has to be. And a lot of people are like, well, when this token launched, they burned 50%. But it's like, dude, it didn't benefit you. You bought after the burn. Who cares? It didn't benefit you. It did nothing for you. See what I mean? So like to actually make money out of burns, you actually have to be a holder and you have to witness the burns as they come. That's how you benefit as a holder. It does no good to buy after a 50% burn. It does no good. You came after, It's the
most
process.
people did. Yeah, they don't even burn it when there's holders. It's just like they burn it before the token even launches, which makes no sense. But it's pretty cool that the $1 million burn is coming up here. Pablo, another big announcement here as well. You obviously know this, but Gilbert Burns, Volt Inu sponsored UFC fighter, is going to be fighting in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, UFC 283. Are you excited for this, man? I'm actually going to be there in person. He came on the stream with me and Rodney last Friday. Full Army showed up to support. He will be fighting UFC 283, representing Volt Inu, his first fight for Volt Inu. I don't know how big of a UFC fan you are, but Gilbert Burns is a star, man. He's a star. He's a huge athlete for UFC, and he loves the Volt Army more than probably anybody, more than anybody.
Dude, he's so cool, man. I love that guy. And he's fighting Neil Magny. Is that how you say his name? Magny?
Neil Magny. This guy's big. So Gilbert Burns, I don't know his height. I think he's let's see. He's 5'8". This guy's 6'2". This guy has a bunch of reach, but Gilbert's a 3-time black belt jiu-jitsu world champion. So if you're looking at the reach, it's like, hey, you probably want to take him down and just smother him. But yeah, Neil Magny, I mean, obviously he's a great fighter too. Everybody in the UFC is a great fighter, but it's going to be a good fight, man. It's in Brazil. And Gilbert was saying on the stream, he goes, look, whenever the Brazilians fight, American, they'll play the intros, they'll talk about it. And as soon as Neil Magny walks out, the whole entire Brazilian crowd chants in Portuguese, which I don't know what it is, but it's like, bao de hair, which means you're going to die. You're going, like, can you imagine you're walking out in an arena to fight Gilbert Burns, who's a stud, and at 40,000 people are chanting, you're going to die. You're going to die. It would be, dude, I would be scared as shit. So Gilbert was talking about it. I'm like, well, at least they're not chanting that for you. At least you have all these people, chanting for you. But yeah, it's going to be a big fight, man. Hopefully the whole entire Volt Army will tune in. If you're in Brazil, let me know. Send me a DM and we'll meet up there. But UFC 283 in Brazil, Gilbert Burns, it's going to be a big one.
That is crazy, man. He has a 9-inch difference on the reach. That's a big difference.
He does, but then again, you got to factor in. It's like, hey, they weigh the same, right? They weigh the exact same. So if you have more reach, it probably means you're taller and more lengthy, which means Gilbert has more size, which means when he takes you down. So, it's hey, anything could happen in a UFC fight. That's why I never bet on the UFC because, like, literally, dude, anything can happen. Like, first off, the judges could be terrible. Someone could get hit, get knocked out, but it should be a very, very interesting fight. Who are you taking? Oh, there it is. Moher. That's what they chant, Pablo. That means in Portuguese, that means you're going to die. Like, imagine walking out to that.
Yeah, that explains it. Obviously I speak Spanish, so in Spanish it would be vas a morir. So it's very similar, very, very similar. But Gilbert got this, man. He's gonna go in there. He's gonna do what he does best and come out, a winner. It's just what he does,
So what do you guys? How glad are you that we're not UFC fighters? That would not be
Look,
pretty fun.
man, after talking a lot to Big Cat and understanding the other side of the
Yes.
fighting, it's like, I don't envy those guys. Like their life is rough,
Crazy.
It's they train, beat the crap out of their bodies every day, all day, to possibly make a couple $100,000 a year, 3-4 fights if they're lucky. So and then you got to pay your taxes from there, and then you got to pay your manager, and it's like there's not much left, man. There's not much left.
No, there's not much left at all. And what's the latest with that documentary? I know that it's what is it called? Someone in the chat, let us know.
Yeah, if you guys remember,
our coffee's kicking in. It's the warrior something.
Yeah, the warrior something.
The warrior spirit, the ultimate warrior.
I don't know. I can't remember the name. It might be the Ultimate Warrior.
It might about Warrior. Someone in the chat will let us know. It's not the Ultimate Warrior. I just looked. But anyways, Volt Inu sponsored this documentary that Big Cat did when he went and he won the actual title in Dubai. So it's going to be an absolutely legendary documentary. I can't wait to watch it. We got to get Big Cat on here when we do the stream. We got to watch it live. The modern day warrior. I knew it was something about the warrior. Shout out to Ken Bussey. Thank you, Ken, for always being there when we need you. And also, Kira Girl said modern day warrior. Let me see if I can pull it up. Modern day warrior.
It's going to be badass. I'm excited for it. It's going to be awesome.
Let's see. Excited. Volted to announce our partnership. Here it is. Okay. So this is the announcement that Volt Inu made. Yep. Fisherman had it as well. Scottish Crypto in the house. What's up, Scottish? Volted Xbox controller. I just bought one. What do you mean there's a Volted Xbox controller?
There's the Volted green color.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that Volt sponsored Xbox too. I was like, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at this pace.
I'll die, man. I love Xbox. I'm all for it.
That's sick. Shout out to Scottish Crypto and Fisherman said Modern Day Warrior. Yep, that's what it is. Volted to announce our partnership with Modern Day Warrior. Current prospects include HBO, which I'm guessing is HBO Max, Netflix, and or Amazon Prime Original. It looks pro. Featuring Jesse Arnett, Kurt DeMarche, Nate Marquardt, Cody Arnett, and more. Coming soon, rising from the ashes, proving anything is possible. Tell us a little bit about this, man. I know that you're close with Jesse. You've heard a little bit. His story apparently is pretty crazy, right?
Dude, he comes from a crazy background, like losing a father and having addiction, being homeless. Wow. Like there's a lot going on to this story, and I believe it's gonna, like, a lot of the fighters are going to relate to Jesse because they're living that life. They're going through that struggle. And just imagine, not just in UFC, but like in boxing and in basketball, and other athletes are gonna love this documentary. And just think of the impact it's going to have, not just for Jesse, but for the Volt Army, the community. They're gonna have like they're going to have verbal talks about Volt Inu on the documentary. They're going to have, all these things that are going to promote Volt during the whole movie, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, look at it. You can see right here on the actual thumbnail for the movie. I love the Volt Army so much. So Big Cat Bullish, Pablo Bullish, Power Bullish. It's great. Big Cat Bullish. That actually sounds incredible. Big Cat, Jesse Arnett. And you're right. A lot, dude, it's just crazy. It's like, when you mentioned those things, father dying young, being homeless, drug addiction, I just feel like when he's in the octagon fighting, he probably is fighting for all of those reasons. Like he's been at the bottom, and it's like he's not going to lose this fight. So we actually know that he won the title, which is Big Cat bullish, very bullish for Big Cat. Congratulations to him. And I think he is offering a rematch, so he should be fighting again here pretty soon. But Big Cat bullish is correct. Jesse Arnett, absolute legend. Do we have a date? Do we have a rough date or a rough timeline? And I can go through the article for when it's going to happen. But do we have a rough date or a rough timeline on when we should expect to see this documentary being released?
I haven't heard anything, but I'm guessing that 2023 sometime. Like they're already announcing it on certain like movie websites. They're already talking about it, so I'm guessing it's around the corner.
Yeah, it says Modern Day Warriors currently filming. Okay, so it's still filming, and production has not been released yet. Where this project will be distributed, however, and production is not yet released where this project will be distributed. However, current prospects include HBO, Netflix, and/or Amazon Prime original. Pretty big there. Pretty big names there, Pablo, right? We're not talking about Tubo or I don't even know what the other ones are. Hulu. Hulu's pretty big too, but Netflix, Amazon Prime, or HBO. Massive.
That's pretty wild, man. Like any of those would bring a lot of eyes on this documentary. Any of them.
Oh, it's going to be big. And Giannis Barjni said, Volt fan from Iraq. Welcome, Giannis. Thank you for joining from Iraq, guys. That makes me curious. Where's everybody from? Let us know where you guys are from in the chat. I want to see where the Volt Army is all tuning in from today. Let's see. We've all been connected for this past year. Pablo a little bit longer. I think he got in on day 1 or day 2 and started making content. But at least for me, for February, I've been able to connect with you guys since February. A great community, a really, really great community. Nobody can deny that. It's like a community that has always supported each other, always positive. We've seen a lot of good days. Pablo, you and I have been consistent. We've seen a lot of good days together. We've seen a lot of bad days together. And one thing's never changed. The Volt Army always shows up. The Volt Army is always positive, even on the bloodiest of days. I remember around a $30 million market cap. Everybody was still in here positive. We were still having fun. And that's something that you and I can promise, right? No matter what, good or bad days, we're always going to show up.
Well, we filtered that negativity quite a bit. We got into the point where it's like, look, we don't care. Come in here negative. We're going to get rid of you. It doesn't matter what position you're holding in Volt. You're negative. You're hurting the project. We don't want you. So when you filter people and you keep all the good, man, like look at all these people on the chat. Like these are the people that are left over from thousands and thousands of people that we filter along the way. And look at them, man. They haven't said one negative thing this whole live stream. Like that's how awesome these people are.
Not one, man. Not one. Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy to be part. We got Bay Area in the house. Phillips from the Caribbean. Belgium. We got Belgium, baby. New York City for Dondo. I didn't know you're from New York City, Dondo. Fisherman's from Chicago. T. Koopa's from Virginia. Strikers from Puerto Rico, taking advantage of those tax incentives. Striker, let me know in the comments. I want to know about the taxes. It's 4% taxes, right? Mendocino County. We have Australia in the house. Kentucky. Ladybugs from Kentucky. Crypto Hunters from Boston. Kira Girls from Jersey. Valentina's from France. Nice. What part of France? We have India in the house. Colorado. Illinois. SoCal from Croatia and Buffalo. Minnesota, but only since February. Virginia Beach, Richmond, California, Massachusetts, all over the world. Guillermo's from Pennsylvania. We have Cali in the house. Greece, Alina.
Greece, nice.
Look at this. Tomorrow, Ladybug is interviewing another Volted fighter on Ladies Night. Check that out. That's on Twitter, right, Pablo? Ladies Night on Twitter?
Yep.
Check that out. Who's the UFC fighter? Or who's the other fighter? Excuse me.
Volted fighter, she said. I'm not going to spill the beans for Ladybug. You guys want to find out? Go to the Ladies Night. You'll find out.
Got to go there. North Carolina. Marky said, the Volt Army keeps me going. I don't have any friends, really. Fighting mental health. Volt fam. Well, we love you, bro. We love you. And
I did say Dondo from Canada. I guess he's not Canadian. I just thought it rhymed. Dondo from Canada, but he's actually from New York.
John, are you from Canada, mate? That's definitely London. He's from New York. Yep. I'm a New Yorker. Norfolk, Virginia, South Florida, Amsterdam, Sweden, Seattle. We got someone from Nigeria. Nice. Louisiana, Virginia, Portugal. I was in Portugal when I was traveling the world. Ladybug said that it's on YouTube. YouTube for Ladies Night. Okay, cool. I'm glad we clarified that. Ricky Johnson is from Texas. My guy Hanif is from Philly. Shout out to Hanif. Gilbert Burns. Oh, is Gilbert going on YouTube?
It's Gilbert. See, somebody ruined it. Way to go, Jobby. Way to
Gilbert
go.
Burns on YouTube. Very
Yep.
nice.
He's joining the ladies' night tonight, tomorrow.
No way. I gotta tune in for that.
Yep,
That's gonna be
tomorrow.
great. So Gilbert Burns on YouTube. That's gonna be huge. Is it on Ladybug's YouTube channel?
Yeah, I believe. I'm sure she'll make sure you drop a tweet, Ladybug. Tag Jake. Make sure you tag Jake, tag me, so we know exactly what YouTube it's going to be on.
Yep. Brody. Shout out to Brody. He's from Cali, Virginia, Sweden. My guy Obi. He's been rocking with us for over a year, right, Obi? Over a year from New York City and Wyoming. Okay,
Wyoming.
Ladybug's YouTube channel, guys. Gilbert Burns. That's going to be huge. That's going to be amazing. Ladybug interviewing Gilbert Burns tomorrow. I'll definitely be tuning in. Ask him some great questions about his upcoming fight. That's going to be huge, Ladybug. I can't wait to tune in for that. Tokyo in the house as well. Well, Pablo, that is our stream. That's an hour. Our final stream of the year. First off, I want to thank you for always being so selfless, coming on anytime. We started doing these streams at night, and I was like, hey, let's start doing them in the morning. And you were like, sure, let's do them in the morning. So, man, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for always showing up, being such a good friend. I can't wait to meet you in person. Power's not on today, but I would say the same thing about him, man. He's always showed up and been great as well. He's on vacation. Someone asked where he is. He's on vacation right now, so not streaming right now. And to the entire Volt Army, we appreciate you guys every day showing up, engaging on tweets, engaging in videos, and everything you do. 2022 was a rough year for crypto. I would consider 2022 to be a good year for Volt Inu. It's like compared to the other tokens that are in this space, like all these other tokens are pretty much dead. Volt still has a lot of momentum, in my personal opinion. So I consider 22 to be a successful year for launching in a bear market. So thank you guys. We're excited to have more great streams next year. I will be live with Rodney on Friday for a Volted Hour, Crypto Hour edition. So come join us, guys, on Friday. You'll have one more stream with me, but me, Pablo, and Power will be back next year. Thank you guys so much. Pablo, your final message to the Volt Army before we wrap it up here today.
All I want to say is think big, dream big. Never anything that you want in life can be accomplished. You just gotta believe it in yourself. You gotta believe. If you don't have a belief, if you don't have a dream, a future, an idea, you're never gonna accomplish anything. You're always gonna just be stuck where you're at today. So wake up, maybe write some sticky notes, stick them to the mirror every day. Remind yourself what you want every day. Remind yourself what you want. You want freedom? Type freedom on the sticky note. Post it right where you brush your teeth, man. So you're staring right at it. Whatever it is that you want out of this upcoming year, go get it. It's yours.
Love that. That fired me up. That makes me want to go to the gym right now. When Lambo said you should do an end of year top 10 Volted moments, I think I will do a end of the year video. So stay tuned for that, guys. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe. I'm going to do a Volt Inu recap, maybe like top 3 best moments or something like that. I might do a few videos wrapping up. I think that's a good idea. Thank you so much, One Lambo. Thank you, everybody. Make sure to subscribe to Ladybug's YouTube channel. She's got Gilbert Burns on tomorrow. Shout out to Tito Ghostcoin. He said, awesome AMA. Hey, I'm just the one asking questions. It's all Pablo. He's my guest, so he's the one that's doing a great job. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. Happy New Year's. Come join us on Friday, though. Me and Rodney, 9 a.m. PST. Mark your calendars. It's the final stream of the year, and we will see you guys on Friday. If not, Happy New Year's. Don't drink too much whiskey. Don't drink too much tequila, and we'll see you in 2023. Peace out, everybody.
Peace out, guys.